In today's video, I'll be shaving my legs and arms, which was necessary for doing a much more thorough job of covering my torso and legs with blackhead remover mask, which I wanted another go at since the last time I tried it, it got age restricted. Plus more things you guys dared me to do in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up at whatever point you think I'm in the most pain. And this did really hurt, so you'll have plenty of opportunities. Plus, if we can get this video to 10,000 likes, I will butt chug a gallon and a half of blackhead remover mask in your dreams tonight while you sleep. So let's fire up that like button and we'll get this thing going. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why in the butt are you doing something so similar to your last video? Well, that's partially because my last video was age restricted. Not that I'm trying to taunt the powers that be, but I really thought that it was just some kind of mistake or something. And I really thought that I could do it better anyways. But more on that in just a second. Firstly, I wanted to just say, do not try this at home. I've done a lot of research on this and I've taken a redundancy of safety precautions. So do not try to replicate what you are about to see. I know I sound like a magician, but really don't. So I was ready to move on. I was ready to do something different besides covering myself in something weird in the shower, but for some strange reason, the last one that I did got an age restriction. I have no idea why. It wasn't very revealing, I guess you could say. But yeah, it doesn't bother me. I appealed it, but usually those don't really go so well. No big deal. On to the next video either way. Actually, I have received an email from YouTube and that age restriction has been lifted. So I guess it was just a mistake or something. But I did feel like I could have done that video better. What I was attempting to do was cover myself in blackhead remover mask and peel it all off, which is a special kind of torture. But what I ended up doing was covering myself in like giraffe patches and pulling those off. So I thought this time I would try to do a much more thorough job. So what I'm gonna be doing is giving myself a tuxedo made out of blackhead remover mask. Should be fun. I mean, not for me, but hopefully you guys have fun. Lucky for me, I bought way too much of this last time, so I needed to get rid of this stuff somehow anyways. One of the things that prevented me from doing a full body blackhead remover mask peel off was that I've got a lot of hair on my body. And from everything that I've read, if you have long hair, the peel off is not gonna work. It'll end up shredding and then you have to peel off tiny strands of the remover mask and it just takes forever and that's not what we're going for here. I'd like to be able to rip off like giant sheets of the stuff. So in order to make that happen, I'm gonna have to shave my entire body. Not really happy about that, but it is something I get dared to do by you guys somewhat regularly. So we're kind of killing two birds with one stone. Now seeing as how my leg hair is incredibly long, I'm not gonna be able to use just a normal bit to cut this stuff off. I'm gonna have to start with my sideburn trimmers. After one time shaving my legs, I finally understand why so many people hate doing it. Well, that was a pain in the ass. That was the first time I've ever shaved my legs, and I also think I may be the very first person to have ever shaved their legs with sideburn trimmers. Now I still have to shave my arms before we can get this thing going, but we're almost there. What I would really like to shave off is that crazy tan line. I mean, you'd think with all the times I'm shirtless in my videos, but I never go shirtless outside, and it shows. Well, I've been putting this off for quite some time. I guess all that's left to do is cover myself with this ooey gooey substance that is then going to rip my skin off, and whatever hairs I couldn't manage to shave. So here you can again see that I cannot reach my entire back. I have a question though. Is that normal? Like, can you touch all of your own back? Not like I was too concerned with being normal, but I was just curious. So let me know in the comments. Okay, my blackhead remover mask tuxedo seems to be complete, even with matching gloves. I got both of my legs, and now all that's left to do is wait for this stuff to dry, which could take a very long time. Now I say that's all that's left to do, but really after that's over, I begin torturing myself by ripping off my tuxedo that I just made, which kind of sucks because this is the only tuxedo I've ever owned. And it also sucks because, well, it's gonna hurt a lot. But there's no backing out now. We are way past the point of no return. And this is gonna get a lot worse before it starts getting better. But that being said, I do have a fan here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on to speed up the process a little bit. So I thought that would take a really long time, and I guess it kinda did after looking at the clock. However, when you're waiting for your apparent doom to come, time actually does move pretty quickly. Wasn't looking forward to this moment, therefore it arrived faster. That's just kinda how it works, I think. That being said, just moving around is already really painful. Not only that, but I still have hair all over my body, it's just shorter hair. I use the sideburn trimmers, which does not clip it all the way. So I don't really know how this is gonna go other than painful. That being said, I'm gonna get this thing started. Holy potatoes, that hurts. Ow! Oh man, that hurts. Ah! I wanna do a Superman joke right now, but I don't really feel like Superman. Oh, that hurts. Ow! Well, I used to have chest hair, but look at that. I actually have opened up my tuxedo. Not too bad. It actually functions as a something. I mean, I wouldn't wear this in public or anything, but well, maybe if you guys dared me to. Definitely if you guys dared me to. Ow! 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 Ow, ow, ow. All in the name of beauty. But as fashionable as this is, I still want to get it off me very badly. Ow! Oh! That hurts. I'm just really trying not to scream, especially right here where it's in some sensitive skin. Ow! I remember back when I used to have a lot of body hair, and that was kind of a problem. Not anymore. That should never be a problem again, because I've just uprooted all of my chest hair. Oh! Oh my god, that hurts. I can actually see where the hairs have been pulled out of the skin. All in the name of beauty and fashion. In the name of beauty and fashion! Oh my god! That was seriously painful. I don't know what else to say. Holy potatoes. Holy Christmas. So a lot of the pieces I peeled off were huge, and even though they hurt like hell, they were still pretty satisfying to pull off. So unbelievably, unimaginably painful. Oh my goodness, that is so incredibly painful. Unfortunately, much of it was just this. Holy Christmas! Oh my god! I'd like to say that after a while you get kind of numb to the pain, but you don't. Each strand hurts just as bad as the last one. Sensitive skin! Sensitive. Ow! Ah! That's not good. Working on my high notes. Ow! Oh, that's all my hair. Ow! Oh. Owie! Ow! There's a lot of hair on my hands. I feel like a baby seal right now, like I could just slip about. And I looked like a baby seal that could just slip about. That was insane. Holy cow! Well, apparently my tuxedo pants were a lot easier to peel off because of my buttery, silky, smooth legs. I'm gonna trademark that phrase. That being said, I feel very smooth. However, I'm still in a lot of pain all over my body. Really didn't want the neighbors to have to call the cops for me screaming so much, so I was trying to keep it toned down as much as possible, but that was absolutely agonizing. Ow. However, it does look like I've survived the challenge, and therefore, we'll be on to the next dare. But in the meantime, I'm always up for a good challenge, so make sure to leave me your dares in the comment section. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you've got to have done that. And of course, if you'd like to actually see the videos, make sure to bell me for notifications. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys in just a few days with a new video. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.